What actually made you or drove you to come back to farming?
The problems my parents went through when we were children, not able to give good education and always pushing children to score 100 out of 100. He started a program called Yuva Chetana where he wanted to go engage young people in villages, give energy to them so that they can succeed in farming.
Experience in working in this IT industry has helped you, or how much of it are you using it?
Data, we started looking at very objectively.
Right.
For that one, we needed tech.
Yes.
That's exactly. Our farms are most technological advanced farms.
Yes.
In terms of data collection and decision making. Yeah. We are killing farming by not looking into the core problems. In 50 years, I think we can forget smallholder farmer in India.
In today's episode of Trailblazers, we are joined by Shashi Kumar, the visionary behind Akshayakalpa Organic, India's first certified organic dairy enterprise. Shashi's journey from a successful career in telecommunications to revolutionizing organic dairy and regenerative farming is truly inspiring. Akshayakalpa, under his leadership, has not only pioneered organic milk production in India, but also championed the cause of rural entrepreneurship by making farming viable. Today, Akshayakalpa is the biggest player in the organic milk space in India, producing close to 90,000 liters of milk a day through 1,200 plus farmers. Its product portfolio now includes butter, ghee, curd, paneer and other dairy products, and it has expanded its market to 42 cities in the country with more than 1 lakh customers. Talking of financials, the company is eyeing a turnover of 320 crores in this fiscal year and is set to break even next year. Shashi, thank you so much for joining us today. And I must congratulate on Akshayakalpa's successful journey. And please welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, Aditya, for asking me to join your show. Thank you.
Thank you. So my first question to you would be, you come from a farmer's family background, but you left that and then you had a successful career in telecom industry. But what actually made you or drove you to come back to farming or to start this whole Akshayakalpa brand in itself?
This is an interesting journey, I should say. We were part of, I think we were lucky few who were part of the IT revolution of early 90s. Okay, and not that we had a special engineering skills, but we were part of that journey. And somewhere in between, I coming from a farming family, in the back of the mind, it was always there, the problems my parents went through, okay, when we were children, and not able to give good education to children, and always pushing children to score 100 out of 100 so that they can't afford capitation fee and we need to get a merit seat. So those are some of the things which are back of the mind. But other than that, in 2001, after our dot-com burst, interesting thing happened in our lives. Around 9 people. My co-founder of Akshayakalpa, later on we went and co-founded Akshayakalpa. He started a program called Yuva Chetana. Okay, it was 2001, where he wanted to go, engage young people in villages, Yuva, and give Chetana, give energy to them so that they can succeed in farming. So he was part of one of the biggest NGOs in India, BIFE, at that point of time. So he came and pitched us saying that, hey, you guys seem to drink a lot of coffee. Whatever money you spend drinking coffee, you just give that money to me to run that program.
This was in which year?
2001.
Okay.
And over a period of 9 years, we supported that program. 9 of us, we gave part of our income to run that program. And I think Dr. D told around 2009, 2010, hey, why don't we just go ahead and do it, make Akshayakalpa a program where you will go to villages, identify, farmer families, and groom them to be entrepreneurs. Why don't that one be a venture? So that's how the genesis, of Akshayakalpa and me leaving IT and getting started with Dr. Reddy in 2010.
So whenever we conceptualize a scheme or some kind of venture like this, it's always very exciting at that point of time. But did you know about the ground reality? Like when I actually venture into it, it's not going to be the same.
See, idealism, in my opinion, is a key to get started.
Yeah.
But you realize over a period of time that that idealism actually and the reality, they're two different things. Okay. Then we need to start realizing how to work with the reality.
Yeah.
So if you continue to dreaming about idealism, okay, things won't move.
Yeah.
So that's Akshayakalpa is no different in that sense. Like any other startup would have a very similar thing. Like you start with an very ideal situation, but when you go there are a lot of issues, lot of challenges. Then adapt yourselves to reality. Start making change from there.
Yeah.
I think in our case it's been extreme. We coming from IT industry.
Yeah.
Okay, we're thinking a lot of things are streamlined, a lot of things exist. Simple things like, okay, for example, when you go to a farm, okay, you'd like to know what was last 10 years production in this farm. There's no data exists. Okay, that's unfortunate state. But in an IT industry, you'll definitely tell, okay, what are the last 10 years data? Okay, let me say how this IC chip performed. You definitely have this data. Okay, so coming from that background and going there, starting without data, okay, what we call as a data blind, and started working on the farming. That was in fact humbling and what should I say, exposure to reality.
Yes, yes. I'll come back to the point of how your IT experience helped Akshayakalpa and its business process at a later point of time. But to my one of the first questions that I would like to ask is like 27 of you actually came together and then you had a 50 lakh rupees of funding initially. But then to create that MVP, what we call as a minimum viable product, it took about 9 years. Was that an easy journey? And until that point, I'm sure that you are also going through a lot of struggle phase. I mean, that must have been a very struggling phase. So
yes, that's a defining moment. I say those 9 years, 2010 to 2019.
Yeah.
It shaped us, okay, into better human beings, I should say. And we learned how to work with constraints. And capital was one of the biggest constraints for us. Though initially we pulled, okay, around 50 lakhs. But later on, okay, when we started getting into trouble at the same set of people, we started putting our savings, okay, to keep the company going. In those 9 years, around 6 times, we came very, very close to shutting down.
Oh.
Okay, so that was a pain we went through, but we were very, very determined group of people. Okay, we thought we should, this is a good idea, let's keep, okay, moving. Okay, and also you spoke of MVP. I think it's a overhyped word. In my opinion, there is nothing like a MVP. So when we started, we didn't know we'll be doing milk.
Yes.
So that's how it is. So therefore, there's no question of MVP.
Yeah.
It has to be a process of discovery.
Right.
What is that we want to do to solve that problem?
Yeah.
So that's exactly how the product was evolved.
Yeah.
We didn't know we'll be a milk company in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But Akshayakalpa largely is known as a milk and dairy company. Is that correct?
Yes. So that's how we started. So the reason for that one is the problem what we wanted to solve. Dairy was, okay, central to that thought process.
Okay.
Okay. So two fundamental problems we wanted to solve when we started getting into villages.
Yeah.
Okay, we saw people don't have cash flows, regular cash flows.
Right.
So then we thought we should do dairy so that they can get a daily cash.
Yeah.
And also we wanted to do a lot of work on soil. So the dairy, okay, cows gave very good dung, access to dung, so that we could really get very deep into soil management.
Right.
So that's exactly the reason we got into dairy.
Right.
But we used the dung and actually we transformed farms.
Right.
Okay, we did edging, bunding, trenching, manure making at scale.
Yes.
Okay, a lot of biomass integration in manure making.
Right. Right.
So these are the changes: bee integration, banana integration, backyard poultry integration. All those things we started doing, but without dairy we could not have started because farmer needed to have an access to income.
Right.
Okay, that's very, very critical. That's the reason our dairy business, okay, it's quite substantial. But other areas also right now, we are trying to grow them.
Right. But in these 9 years, do you recall any defining moment or any instance that you would like to share with our audience? Any particular incident?
See, there have been a lot, okay? One incident I would like to quote, okay?
Yeah.
2016 has been a very tough year for us. Okay, I think our people had written us off, okay, saying that these days are gone. Okay, and at that point of time, we had no capital. Okay, absolutely no capital. We have exhausted our savings. Okay,
But the brand was running.
it was running. Okay,
yeah.
but we needed money to
Yeah.
keep it running.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and at that point of time, whom should I go to? Okay, so what we did was we went to our farmers and explained the situation. At that point of time, we used to work with 100 farmers.
Okay.
That's it, not more than that.
In 2016.
2016, okay.
Yeah.
Now, we went to those farmers and explained the situation, This is what we want you to do.
Yeah.
So some of you have been cab drivers, some of you have been doing something else. We encourage you to come back.
Yeah.
But we don't want to let you down. Okay, but it's a situation now, organization sustainability is in question. So we need your support. They asked, what is the support you need? So at that point of time in 2016, we used to make 2 payments in a month to farmers.
Okay.
15 days, 1 payment. Now, of course, we make a daily payment.
Okay.
Okay, but at that point, 2 payments in a month. What I requested was, next 2 years, can you support me, okay, with taking 1 payment a month?
Okay.
None told no.
Wow.
So that is, in my opinion, is a defining moment in our journey.
Right.
Where, with a good intent, when you start working with farmers, I think they reciprocate.
Yes.
That is very, very important learning for me.
Yeah.
In my opinion, our journey redefined how the Akshayakalpa program was run.
Amazing.
So from there, I think we grew by strength. When 2019, when we raised money, I owed farmers 3.5 crore rupees. Can you believe it? Okay, so but after raising money, we repaid them. Okay, afterwards we have been extremely careful. Okay, not to get into those kind of situations.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how we have been running. So to your question, yes, that has been an amazingly defining moment in our lifetime.
Yes, yes. That's really wonderful to hear. Now, my next question is about the process in itself. So you work on circular economy model. So could you please define that for us, please?
See, let's relook at what is a circular economy. Okay, let's first definition of it. Okay, so in the farming systems, I'm not talking of a general other systems. In a farming system, a value of a commodity gets created in the farm. The realization of the value happens in the market. So there are 2 distinct entities: the guy who creates value and the guy who is willing to pay, or a girl who is willing to pay for that value. They are 2 different people. Okay, the guy who is creating doesn't know who is my buyer.
Yeah, right.
In a farming,
right.
Okay, the purchaser who is buying, which farmer produced, they never know. What is their... See, this is one of the dichotomy of a circular economy.
Right.
So they are not connected.
Right.
Okay, this is fundamental problem.
Right.
Second fundamental problem is, when you start working, okay, on a soil, how do you define circularity?
Yeah.
Okay, for example, in our definition, okay, you are doing a dairy, okay, and you are buying concentrate feed from a feed company,
Yeah.
fodder from somewhere, and you are
Yes.
feeding to cows.
Yes.
It is not circular.
Yeah.
So the way I really look at it is, you grow your feed and fodder in your farm, feed it to the cows. It gives you 2 outputs. One is market facing. That person is willing to pay for that quality.
Yeah.
And other is soil facing, dung.
Right.
So therefore, it goes back to soil.
Right.
Okay, then from there, you start growing fodder again. Start feeding the cows again. They will give you milk again.
Right.
Milk is market facing.
Yes.
Dung is, soil facing. Every intervention we do, we have to think like that. For example, when we introduced backyard poultry, okay, how do you define a circularity for that?
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
the egg which is giving is a nutrition to the family.
Yeah.
Or if you have got additional eggs, you sell.
Right.
But the chicken poop is amazing source of nitrogen.
Right.
Okay, can you put back to the manure pit and enhance the quality of okay, the manure,
Yeah.
getting back to the soil.
Yeah.
Okay, the chicken, okay, can also be a very good source of, okay, protein,
Yeah.
okay, to everybody.
Yeah.
So then the circular continues.
Yes.
Market facing,
Yes.
soil facing.
Right.
This is exactly how it is. In a development world view of this one is, we define the farming in 4 dimensions. In my opinion, we should define. One is, what is the diversity in the farm? How many outputs you have from a farm? For example, you're just growing a monocrop, or just doing a maize, or you got 10 crops.
Right. Right.
Is a diversity. I'm just simplifying.
Right.
Diversity can be a little bit more complex.
Right.
Second thing is, what is the economics in the farm?
Right.
Okay, with the diversity, what economics you are deriving. Then third part is, what technology you are using to diversify and derive the economics. But there is wonderful other aspect we forget in our entire articulation. It is called ecology. Okay,
Right.
so the ecological aspect of farming is forgotten.
Right.
So you ask me, what is ecology? Okay, giving back, okay, the dung, okay, to the soil is ecological aspect. Okay, and if you take the dung out
Yeah.
and sell it and economize it,
Yeah.
you're just focusing on economics.
Right.
Okay, so therefore it's a kite. It's a 4-dimension kite.
Yeah.
Okay, and what happens in modern agriculture today is, you are stretching the technology, you are stretching the economics. You're just stretching them.
Right.
You want to make a lot of economics by monocrop. You want to introduce big tractors. I'm just giving. Chemical manure is a technology. All of it you want to bring it to farmer, while diversity and ecology aspects you forgot.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, this is what is circular economy.
Yeah.
Circular economy is which focuses on this kite which is balanced.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
and any imbalance in this,
Yes.
actually it is not circular.
Yes. So, what are the prerequisites a farmer should have to get into Akshayakalpa's forum?
See, there are a lot of criteria. So one of the important criteria is that can you think a little bit entrepreneurial? Is he willing to learn new things?
Also have patience.
No, patience is of course is given.
Yeah.
Is he willing to learn? The
Yes.
first question,
Yeah.
okay, we ask. Second question we ask to farmer is, how has been your borrowing habits? You borrowed from a bank. Did you return that money?
Yeah.
You borrowed from a self-help group. Did you return that money? You borrowed from a joint liability groups. Did you return that money? You borrowed money from your neighbor. Did you return that?
Yeah.
That actually shows some amount of discipline
Yes.
in his thought process.
Yes.
Okay. The third aspect, okay, is entire family should think in unison.
Right.
For example,
Right.
if son wants to do, father says no.
Yeah.
It is strict no. It is not a starter. If husband wants to do, wife says no. Okay, because it will never work.
Right.
So it's a full-fledged involvement is what is required from a family side.
Wow.
Okay, so these are the 3 very important criteria: entrepreneurial aspect,
Yes.
okay, and of course borrowing habits,
Yeah.
and of course family cohesion.
Wow.
Then comes the land, all those things.
Yeah.
There are a lot of farmers in our network. We got very small old land holding, half an acre,
Yeah.
but they're able to lease out a lot more land. 5 acres, 7 acres,
Okay.
because other people have left farming.
Yeah.
So therefore, landholding is not a defining
Challenge.
criteria.
Yeah.
It's not a defining criteria,
Right.
but these 3 aspects,
Right.
they are very, very important to start working with farmers.
Wonderful. Now, how did you come up with this model? Because did it take some time to figure out all these things, or did you have all these things sorted out in the beginning itself?
No, it took time. It took close to 6 years, 7 years for us to figure out various aspects of this and how to work.
Right.
For example, initially when we went to farmer and started saying, let's doing trenching and bunding, let's do rainwater harvesting, they started shouting on us. I'm struggling for food. You want to rainwater harvest? Okay, enough of this. Okay, the fundamental learning, no?
Yeah.
So then we started focusing. What are you doing right now? Okay, you got 1 cow, 2 cow. Let's focus on that. Can you make it more productive? So those are the learnings. That's exactly how it happened.
Right.
Till that cash flow was sorted out,
Yeah.
he never listened to us.
Yeah.
So why you will listen? No, so in Indian context, everybody goes to farmer and everybody has a story to sell. Seed company goes sells seeds. Manure company goes sells manure. Chemical company goes and sells chemical sprays. And nobody cares about farmer making money.
Right.
Okay, so that's how actually he thinks. Okay, he has been used in the entire system. We like it or not, that's the reason farmer doesn't trust anybody easily. The trust to come, we need to really ensure that his interests are taken care. What are his interests? You need to really make money out of what he's doing.
Right.
Okay, so that is very, very important. So this is our learning. So just always fundamental cash flow issues, remaining interventions can happen.
So, from what we understand from the statistics, is that 80% of the farming work is done by the women. But we don't see that they have any say in this whole business in itself. So, how are you kind of, helping or, bringing some kind of a change into that segment?
See, today, if you go to any Akshayakalpa farm, and if you say this farm is run by women, they are the best managed farms. So that is the value the women bring into any farming activities.
Right.
So unfortunately, as you told, it doesn't get recognized. They are not part of the decision making in the family.
Right.
Out of 1,200 farmers, around 300 farmers are women farmers, where we are directly doing cash transfer to their accounts.
Wow.
Okay, and there are other farmers where they don't want the money to go into women farmers account.
Yeah.
There, what we did was we did small interventions. For example, we encouraged women to do a backyard poultry along with dairy.
Okay.
We encouraged women, let's do a little bit of a banana. 100 plants, 200 plants. The income generated from these allied activities, what we call, went to women account directly.
Right.
While the dairy income went to the husband's account.
Yeah.
This is exactly how this entire thing we managed at a farmer side. So the engaging women is a very, very important in extension interventions.
Right.
What happens more often than not, 99% of the interventions, we focus on men, capacity building, etc. Actually, we should actually focus on women to make that change. That's what we have done. For example, we have got a group of extension officers, they're just women. 10 extension officers, they're just women.
Okay.
They can just walk into their own kitchen directly. No need to say, Idara, Baranwa, can I come inside? Can I go outside?
Yeah.
Adella bekagilla.
Yes.
Not required.
Yeah.
So they can just walk in.
Right.
That is what the rapport we need to build with farmers,
Right.
especially women. So it is economics we can strengthen, biodiversity in the farm we can strengthen, ecology aspects we can strengthen. Of course, with the proper help in the technology, I think they'll do very well. In our case, 300 women farmers, and other farmers where farmers are not allowing, we are doing cash transfers for other commodities. Very small amounts, but it goes to their account.
As we are talking, we are coming to know that Akshayakalpa is not just a dairy brand. It's just more than that. You are bringing socio-economic change. Now, one of the questions that we have is, in one of the interviews, I think I came to know that in many of these villages, there are no farmers who are under the age of 40. They've all left their villages and gone. Now, how do you think this farming can be viable for the youth?
See, the challenge is farming is not viable. That's the reason they have left villages.
That's the fundamental.
That's the fundamental aspect. Okay. They have a land. They have become cab drivers. They have a land. They have become watchmen. They have a land. They have taken some other job. Paying 20,000, 30,000. In a city. It happens because of viability question of farming.
Right.
So the question is, how do we change it? Okay. So the journey is a little bit difficult. Okay. For example, you can also ask me, why did I become an engineer? My father is a farmer. Why did he become an engineer? Because my father had an engineer role model. His son wanted to be an engineer. I became an engineer. Like that, we need to get into these villages, create role modeling farmers. We need to really create farmers, groom them to be a substantial level where they become heroes in that community. Then they start influencing others to take up farming. That's exactly the change we need to bring it in. It's a statement, but how do you do it? For example, that's how we have done it. In 1,200 villages, 1,200 farmers. So we have gone to each village, identified the most entrepreneurial farmer, started working with him, and he's earning substantial. Now he is a community hero now. Now looking at him, a lot of people have copied his practices. lot of people actually have taken a lot of suggestions from him how to improve their produce. So this is exactly how the change will happen. So these, you can see these villages, cab drivers coming back, taking up farming again. So of course they need a little bit of a hand-holding, help, etc. But other than that, okay, the change will happen with role modeling, okay, in these villages, where we find there are no youth left.
Yeah.
Whoever is left, we need to role model them.
Right.
Young people will come.
So, do you think that in the course of time, or let's talk about the current scenario. We are talking about 1,200 farming families, right? So, how many case studies do you have of the youth coming back and then taking up this successfully, and then
1,200 case studies.
all
All
1,200?
1,200, all of them below 35 years of age. This is exactly how these farmers have been identified and groomed. That's the reason now they have become community heroes.
That's a lot of groundwork, isn't it?
Lot of groundwork, huge groundwork.
Identifying itself.
Yes, it's a lot of work is required to identify the right farmers.
Okay, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just tell us about one case study, like?
So in fact, yesterday I was in the field along with Rajiv, my colleague, and yesterday we visited around 9 farms. Morning we started around 6 o'clock. By the time we came back, it was 10:30. Last farm visit was Narendra Devinalli. Okay, Narendra Devinalli, 2017. Okay, is when he came and met us, saying that yes, okay, you are searching for people. Okay, I also want to do it. Okay, I remember in Devanalli we did one camp. Okay, those are called evening camps. Okay, we call all the people in the village. We try to explain what are we trying to do, whom are we looking for. Okay, and he heard from somebody saying that somebody is talking like this, and he called us one day, and in fact he called Rajiv, saying that I want to come back. What should I do? So we told him, see, it's going to be tough. 2-3 years. Okay, you have to come and demonstrate that you can stick around. 2017 he joined us. And a lot of management changes we did in the farm. And 2019, he became part of the program, where after land got certified into organic, he became part of the program. At that point of time, he was producing around 700 liters of milk on a monthly basis. Right now, he produces around 7,000 liters of milk on a monthly basis.
What's his earning would be?
So his earning is around 3 lakh rupees per month. There are innumerable stories in our Akshayakalpa program who have been with us for more than 5 years. Mandatorily, they are earning more than 2 lakh rupees.
Awesome.
Okay, so this is exactly what the change is required. And Narendra today is a community head, community leader, community inspiration. He might not go and do a lot of speeches, okay, but actually he demonstrates by his action.
Yeah.
He built a new home, okay, and married. Okay, now he has children,
Right.
and he's able to give better health care to his parents.
Right.
Okay, and so this is what is required. And he owns a car. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, if everybody can own, why not him?
Yeah.
So this is exactly the transformation which has happened.
Yeah.
So this is one example is Narendra. 1,200 stories like this.
Yeah. It's not just the revenue, and also, the production cost is low by having this kind of a model, isn't it?
Correct. See, what happens, most of the cost, any farming today is extremely driven by external inputs.
Yeah. Obviously.
Starting from seed to manure to inputs, everything. Yeah. So is it possible you can do farming without these external inputs? Yeah. Do it in situ, what we call as in the farm itself. Can we do it? So dairy, that's exactly what we have done. Right. We have taught farmers how to grow their own fodder, right, make their own feed, how to formulate that one to suit his dairy requirements. External concentrated feed has stopped. Right. So they are saving that much money. Right. He's growing his own fodder. Okay, herd is better. Cows are better. Calf rearing is better. Right. So this is exactly how, okay, we need to really see the cost of production can be brought it down. Correct. By localizing all the things from his farm. Right. Day one, it's not possible. But over a period of 4 to 5 years, they can localize 100%. Wow. Okay, that's exactly the path farmers need to take.
Yeah. Now, whenever you induct a farmer, there is some kind of an incubation period until, they actually start seeing money, or, the production is scaled up. So what is that period?
It's around 2 years. Okay, 2 years is required to certify the land organic, change his management practices. Within the 2 years period, we involve with him, okay, around 4 to 5 touch points in a month.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of assignments. He comes back to us, we go back to him.
Yeah.
We start collecting data on the farm,
Right.
what's happening. Soil, we test a lot. We try to see, okay, is acidic, alkaline. So what is happening? Okay, what is happening to his current crops? Okay, can you grow a small plot of fodder and start, okay, feeding the cows? Can you cut 50% of our external inputs, okay, to your dairy ecosystem? That's the other changes we continue to make. Lot of changes on manure making, lot of changes on tree integration, which generally, okay, doesn't involve a lot of capital.
Right.
It's a change in management we keep doing in the first 2 years. So that's the incubation period the farmer has to go through.
My next question is a little bit off topic because, I have a lot of my friends who are in 30s and, some people would be going through midlife crisis. They would have earned well, settled and stuff like that, but still they want to think of an alternative business or a source of income. I wouldn't even call it as a source of income. They want to leave that job and get into farming. Do you have any advice for them? Do you think, Akshayakalpa can offer something for such people?
See, there's a lot of experimentation within Akshayakalpa has happened like this, okay? Where people, okay, from Bangalore, they have come back to us and saying, no, I want to run a farm. So first question we ask is, will you be hands-on?
Yeah.
Okay. Or will you manage through labor?
Yeah.
If he says labor, is no. Because what happens, like any other activity you do in your, let me say, regular job, you need to learn certain things, isn't it?
Right.
Okay. And there's a learning curve involved.
Yeah.
That is when labor comes. We teach him how to do it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow labor leaves.
Yeah.
You start again.
Yeah.
It is not viable.
Okay.
Therefore, they need to come there.
Yeah.
Forget about what you're doing in city.
Yeah.
Can you come there and stay there?
Yeah.
You take the responsibility. You become hands-on.
Right.
You are the person whom we will build capacity building.
Right.
We will teach you.
Right.
But I can't teach you the labor.
Right.
Okay, you need to manage the labor.
Right.
Because labor come and go.
Right.
Therefore, that's the reason most of the agricultural activities, practices, okay, they are passed on from generation to generation, where farmers are hands-on. Okay, and of course, they also take labor, but they manage them.
Right.
Okay, that needs to be learned.
Yeah.
So therefore, my advice to them is, if you want to quit full-time, please quit full-time.
Yeah.
Take it up full-time.
Has there been any such instance?
But the moment we say no labor, nobody has come.
Nobody has come yet. 1
or 2 instances are there, but they are far and okay. So
it hasn't worked out.
It has not worked out. Okay, so therefore we have not encouraged anybody to do a remote management. So you see, farming is not Excel sheet. Farming is day-to-day running reality of soil, animals, plants, entire biodiversity around that you need to manage.
Right.
Like how you manage your office job, it needs to be managed.
Right.
Okay, it cannot be remotely managed, impossible.
Right. Now you have implemented several innovations in farming, right from let's say growing fodder for the cows, and at the same time converting the cow dung into manure, and also you also have a treatment plant for methane emissions, so that that can be converted into biofuel, and then thereby running machinery and chilling machines and cooking facility and stuff like that. How do you how much time did this whole thing take for you to come up with these innovations, and why was it important?
See, that every stage, okay, I think it's a step of towards that innovation. What we have in dairy, what we have done in dairy is, I should say, path breaking, not through methane gas plants. The way we conceived, okay, animal nutrition. For example, there's no data in the country today, there's no science in the country today. It says, this is the protein and energy profile of a feed cow is eating. Okay, at a various lactation stages, you have to feed that one at this ratio.
Right.
Data doesn't exist. All the bookish data. Initial days in 2010, 2011, when we started getting all the university data, using that one, we started formulating.
Right.
It never worked. So where is the gap? So therefore, we never understood local fodder species. They're very bookish. Okay, for example, maize. Okay, Maize is a very good, cow fodder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they say, in books, if you go, they say it's a 25% carbohydrates, 25% energy.
Mm-hmm.
No, it happens if the soil has that capacity.
Yeah, right.
If the soil doesn't have that capacity, assuming 25% energy in that one and formulate the feed, farmer will fail. This needs to be kept in mind. That's the reason our productive levels are so low.
Yeah.
Okay, any agriculture, forget about dairy. Agriculture also we are very, very bad because we don't apply science. Okay, so our innovation started there. How do you feed a cow? Okay, how do you grow your own fodder?
Yeah.
How do you raise a calf?
Yeah.
Okay, how many grams of body weight calf has to gain in first 3 months of our life?
Right.
Calf has to minimum gain 1 kg every day.
Wow.
First 300 days of life.
Yeah.
Okay, then she becomes a great adult.
Right.
Giving good milk.
Right.
So right now, what's happening? They're gaining 100 grams,
Yeah.
200 grams,
Yeah.
50 grams,
Yeah.
and they become very bad adults.
Yeah.
And they don't give milk.
Yeah.
Okay, then farmers are wasting their money feeding them.
Right.
Okay, so this is exactly what is happening.
Right.
So can we innovate? That's what we have done, the fundamental innovation.
Yeah.
Second thing is, how do you house cows? Should I construct a room like this or tie them or just remove all the rooms and put an open shed? That's what we have done. We innovated that. Entire cow housing system in the country we innovated.
Yeah.
There's no need to tie a cow, no need to tether a cow.
Yeah.
Cows should have access to feed and fodder, water 24/7, 365 days a year. That's exactly what is required for a cow to be comfortably giving milk. We worship cows, but unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, this is the country treats the cows very, very bad. They don't give proper food, proper feed, proper fodder, water, nothing. It's not taken care. You tie her, you tether her, everything in nonsense you do. But we worship. That's not what it is. Okay, it's very, very important we understand. So we innovated on cow housing. Then, to run this one, we mechanized a lot in the cow shed, cow farm. One of the mechanizations, what we thought is, how do you handle dung? How many youngsters will be there going farm, putting the dung in a makri, in Kannada, what we call, I don't know what's it called in English.
The basket or something.
Yeah, basket, whatever. You put it on your head and put it there. How many you will do first month, you will do second month. With lot of struggle, you will do 6 months. 7 months, you will say, Tata, bye-bye.
Yes.
My cab driving was good. You will go back.
Yeah, because it's not cool enough.
It's not cool enough. It's drudgery. So how many, body refuses after some time now. So it's a drudgery. How do you move them out of a drudgery?
Right.
Dung handling systems we bought in. Science of how do you handle a dung. What is the science of dung handling? So now we bought a methane gas unit.
Yes.
The entire dung goes to methane gas system. Gas gets produced.
Yes.
Using that gas, you do cooking.
Right.
You do heating. And if you have a lot of gas, run a small generator. Generate power. The slurry coming out of that, again, should not get the same problem. Putting into tractor, dumping it, no. We liquefied it. Okay, the slurry, now we put a pump and pump it to the field. That's it. Okay, so that he can operate a button and still he can manure his farm. Manuring of a farm is very drudgery driven. That's the reason they go for chemical fertilizers. Very easy to apply. Okay, take this one, just throw, it comes. But you can't apply cow dung like that. There are issues. Okay, so therefore, how do we change it? That's the innovation we did. Then we went step ahead. And how do we innovate an existing farm? Okay, how do we diversify that farm with a fodder? With cereals, with fruits, with backyard poultry, with dairy, with trees. Okay, this is exactly how rainwater harvesting, all of it we innovated. This is exactly how the innovation. There are specifics of technologies we bought in. Okay, that's what I'm saying. No, we overstate the technology aspects. Okay, and just put technology, diversity, and ecology we forget. Focus on economics. Farm collapses. What we have done, very balanced way of tech. So you can, in my opinion, the cow housing is a tech. Okay, dung handling is a tech. Biogas is a tech. Okay, and how you handle a slurry is tech. So this exactly. Then once all these things happens, you can really bring in real IT, measure data. How the cow is performing, what parameters you want to measure, how many days in milking, how fast a calf is growing, when she was inseminated. Okay, we bought that tech. Okay, that we centralized it. Started measuring entire farm performance. Now we are able to give an objective input. We are the only company probably in the country right now. We do farm level MIS month on month.
Wow.
1,200 farmers. I have 1,200 farmers every month. We sit with them. We explain them the farm economics. What has worked, what has not worked, what you did well, what you didn't do well, what was planned, what was not executed, what are the market issues associated with this entire thing. All of it we discuss.
Wow.
For example, if a farmer has an antibiotic incident, we sit with them and explain. There was an antibiotic detected in the milk what you supplied. So this has happened, this has to control. This is exactly the protocol. So if you supply antibiotic milk, we're going to dump that milk.
Right.
Okay, so we can't give it to consumers. So we explain that. He understands. So that's the reason I told you, consumer who is willing to pay, farmer should be willing to really value creator and a value realizer, they need to come together. So this is what I'm trying to say. So these are the innovations we did. Entire, from scratch it has been thought through and taken it to next level.
Wonderful.
So this is not a 1 or 2 or methane gas is part of it. Dung handling is part of it. Okay, monitoring cows is another part of it. So the whole gamut of things put together along with diversity, ecology and economics, that is when the innovation happens in a farm. Any unidimensional innovation, I will go and introduce tech. It is not. You have to keep ecology, diversity and economics in mind to put a technology there. The innovation, as I told you, is a 4-quad, 4-dimensional.
Right. Now you have made all these data or technological innovations available open, and anybody can have access to it. Anybody can implement it. Now, does this scare the investors?
No, it is not. In fact, investors should be very happy. See, one of the motive for investment is how to make this one more prevalent across the country. See, one of the thesis for all of the investments is that can we take it to scale it to next level? The scale you need not be doing yourself. Somebody else can do it.
So you're not worried about monopoly.
No, you shouldn't. Monopoly should not be there, in my opinion. So the way we should see is we should decentralize everything what we do and share data. Their innovation they're going to share with us. So therefore, innovation is going to get accelerated. Investors should be extremely happy. Let me say I gave you some data. Based on that one, you did something. You shared that one to me. So therefore, rather than me doing that, you're doing that one for a zero cost to me. So therefore, I adapt your learning. You adapt my learning. So that learning goes up. So therefore, the investor money actually performs better when you share information.
Right. Now, coming back to one of the questions that I had is cow's health or mental stress level is very, very important. But I'm just furthering whatever you have spoken. Why is it so important? But nobody has given a thought about it. Trust me, we don't, at least, people who stay in the cities or, who's the end consumer doesn't think about all these things.
See, we are part of an ecology. Cows also part of ecology.
Right.
All other species are part of that ecology. Let us see how we treat ourselves. We eat food whenever we want. We drink water whenever we want. We sleep whenever we want. How come you don't apply same principles to cows? You feed a cow whenever you want, not whenever cow wants.
Right.
We give water to cow whenever we have time. We don't give whenever cow wants. So lot of things like this now we have not thought through. When we domesticated the animal, we need to really think how to take a comprehensive view on that.
Right.
We forgot.
Right.
So therefore, cow comfort, as you're saying, and keeping the cow happy is fundamental to rearing a cow. That's exactly what she is called Kamadhenu.
Right.
And that is when actually she is called Kamadhenu. Or else no, she is leaving at a drudgery. What we do? We tether a cow, tie a cow, she lies down on the dung. Infection happens, we treat her. Rather than, can we think through, can you leave the cow free? Can we give access to feed and fodder, water 24/7? If you leave a cow free, she will never, ever lie down on its own defecation. Never. Nobody will lie down. No animal will lie down on its defecation. So cow is not exemption to that.
Right.
But we tie, she lies down,
Right.
and infections happen. We treat her. The treatment, cow is also suffering.
Yeah.
Food, the milk, what we are taking from the cow,
Yeah.
we are also suffering.
Right. Right.
So that entire gamut of things, the thought needs to be given
Yes.
on cow comfort.
Right.
We have forgotten on the path. Somewhere, I think we lost way. We see a lot of cows on the streets. They also deserve some respect. They also need their space.
Right.
Okay. So if you are living on the streets means what? There's a serious ignorance on how the cows to be taken care.
Exactly.
Okay. And we throw a lot of food packets with plastic cover. Cows eat that food along with the plastic. So many cases I have seen on a postmortem. When a cow dies, we do a postmortem. So many cases. Okay. We see the rumen. Cow has 4 tummies.
Yeah.
Okay. The big tummy is called rumen. Okay. Full of plastic. Settle down in bottom of the rumen.
Right. Right.
So
it can't get out.
It can't get out. Okay. So we don't really understand the problems we are causing to our
This is
own
also
resource.
the case with the village cows as well.
Same. No, go to villages.
Yeah.
It's a full of plastic. No, we have basically destroyed our village ecosystem. That's what I'm trying to say. Ecological aspects we have forgotten in our farming. Go to any village. Today it is full of dumps, full of plastic everywhere, full of small panbida ones, plastic dumped everywhere, not managed. So what are we up to?
Should we be scared?
Yes, we should be scared. No, if
of
you're
the
not,
milk that we are drinking.
no, we should be scared. Technically, we should be scared. So we need to change this. How do we change? We can't just think of a grand idea. We need to make small changes. Demonstrate one guy is doing good. Others will adapt.
Yeah.
It's very, very important to, from a cow comfort to the way, actually in my opinion, the way cows are treated are extremely bad. Okay, that's the reason our villages are poor.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Now, had you made any kind of trajectory, like, okay, I would like to have these many farming communities and stuff like that, and are you reaching that goal?
See, there are a lot of ways to look at scale, okay? I'm not a fundamental believer that top line is a scale. No.
Okay.
We have to redefine our scale. So, can we do a better ecologically sound farms? Can we increase the cow comfort? Can we increase the farmer income? Can we make the soil productivity more?
Yeah.
Okay, can we link consumer to farmers?
Right.
These all things will automatically bring in scale.
Right.
So what we generally focus on, let's grow the sales. What does it mean? It means nothing. Okay, so you need to change these fundamentals, sales will come. We need to really focus. That's the reason definition of a scale has to change. If you have got an economically sound farm, okay, ecologically managed, okay, diversified with a good tech, it will bring in lot more revenues than you can imagine. So our focus should be make it diversify, like make it ecologically sound, get as many income streams as possible with a good tech. So that's what the focus should be. So therefore, to your question, the way I really look at it is, can these 1,200 farms double their revenues?
Yeah.
That's exactly how I really focus on it.
Okay.
Look at more productive farms.
Right.
Okay, intervene with them.
Right.
Okay, change. Simple example I'll give you. A typical cow, what we call as once she gives birth to a calf, it is called a lactation period. It is 305 days.
Yeah.
Okay, in India, the crossbreed cow, the government data, I'm not giving that data, gives 1,500 kgs of milk.
Right.
Okay, in a lactation, 305 days.
Right.
Okay, local breed cows, in 305 days, they give 800 kgs of milk.
Okay.
Same cow, okay, same eating. In UK, it gives you 8,000 liters of milk. US, 10,000 liters of milk. Israel, 12,000 liters of milk. Why? Because cow care, cow comfort, how the cows are taken care is totally different there.
Oh,
okay. We can always copy those aspects into our ecosystem. We need not have big farms how they have in US.
Yeah.
1,000 cows, 2,000 cows.
It doesn't work probably.
It doesn't work.
At least in Indian
we can have 5 cows, 6 cows, 10 cows.
Yeah.
Look after them
Yeah.
with a proper management. they will become more productive.
Yeah.
And farmers have all the interest to look them after better.
Right.
So that's exactly how I think the dairy outlook has to change. To your question, the scale, exactly the way you look at is existing farms, can they do better? Can they increase the poultry? Can they do a little bit more banana? Some greens and vegetables. For example, beekeeping now we have made it mandatory in Akshayakalpa. So can we introduce more bee boxes? So increase the pollinators. Other crop productivity will go up. We will also get honey as an output. We need to think like this, not as millions of farmers. So you got it, no? So this is what we need to really think of a paradigm shift in farming.
Sustainability is the key factor.
So I would not say sustainability. Sustainability is a very bad word. For example, you have got a bad practices. Are we saying that sustain the bad practice? No. You got it. So therefore, regenerative is a better word. Okay. So therefore, sustainability is overused, overkill. So we need to have farms regenerate. Okay. Go back what they were. And okay, become more, let me say, diverse. Okay, ecologically sound, more economics. That's exactly how it needs to be thought.
Wonderful thought. Yes. Now Akshayakalpa has expanded into 4 states, that is Karnataka, Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra. What kind of challenges do you face? Because each region is very different, the ecological issues and things like that.
Yeah, so I think the Tiptur learning has been fundamental last 13 years. We have learned a lot in Tiptur cluster in Karnataka. 13 years of work. Okay, Tiptur cluster touched 5 districts. Okay, Tumkur, okay, Chikmagalur, okay, and Hassan, okay, Mysore, okay, and Mandya. These are the districts it touches our operations. But of course, okay, it is ecologically very different from, okay, let me say the cluster what we are doing in Puriambakam right now. 4 years back we started, 2019 we started working on production cluster in Puriambakam. Okay, it's more of a paddy belt. Okay, and paddy is a mainstay crop. Within that we are trying to integrate fodder. So how do we engineer that? So those aspects, they're a little bit challenging there. And it's one of the Chengalpattu district, okay, in Tamil Nadu. Yeah. And around Shad Nagar, in and around Hyderabad, we started our first intervention, okay, in Telangana. So probably we would like to get into Krishna belt for the production. So that's what we are looking at, expand there. These 3 clusters are 3 diverse clusters. For example, Tiptur is a rain shadow belt. Okay, it's rain shadow when you say it's a 500 to 700 millimeters of rain in annum. Okay, and Puriambakam is around 1000 millimeter rain. Okay, area, and Hyderabad very similar to Tiptur, but the summer is little bit difficult. Summer you get from the plains, you get a hot air. It's not good for dairy. Okay, so now how do we engineer all these aspects into these clusters? Then we started looking at Manchar in and around in Pune. It's a black cotton soil, okay, and very good for farming. Very good farming soils. I think they have been blessed. So wherever you go, you find very, very different soil conditions. I believe that's fundamental to any intervention. Even the dairy intervention, soil becomes the key. Okay, so once you understand that, then you know what to do. So in our approach, what we have done is wherever we are going, we are establishing a research station. Tiptur has a 24-acre research station. Puriambakam, we leased around 20 acres of land. There we have established a research station in 2019. Okay, in Hyderabad, we are establishing a research station. Pune will establish a research station. That will experiment what is suitable for local agroclimatic regions. This is fundamental in our understanding. Okay, I want to give an anecdote. Okay, I don't know how many of us know Rangantittu near on the way to Mysore. It's a bird sanctuary. Now if you go now this is the winter, lot of Siberian cranes you see. They have flown from Siberia because too much of a winter there. Now to tolerate that one, they fly here and come. From generations this has been happening. When they come here, and raise their chick, lay down the eggs and they raise the chick, I keep calling, is it a Siberian chick or a Karnataka chick? I don't know. Okay. Same, after 4 months, they become adults.
Yeah.
Or March, April time frame, they fly back to Siberia.
Migration happens.
Reverse migration happens after
Yes.
raising their young.
Yes.
Okay, on the way back, somewhere, maybe in Delhi or some Kashmir, they sit on a tree, eat a fruit, and fly back to Siberia. When they go to Siberia, they lay down defecation. The fruit tree grows there.
Oh.
Okay, is it a Indian tree or a Siberian tree? Absolutely, I have no idea. So nature, such a beauty. Nature only respects agroclimatical regions.
Right.
Okay, nature doesn't respect India boundary, Pakistan boundary, or a Russia boundary, or a Tamil Nadu boundary, Karnataka boundary. Nature doesn't care.
Yeah.
Okay, so therefore, when you go to farming, you need to be very sensitive of agroclimatic regions.
Right.
In India, why we have failed as a farming nation? It's a failure. Because what applies in Punjab, we are trying to apply in Karnataka.
Exactly.
That's a disaster.
Yeah.
Punjab is a beautiful agroclimatic region. Let's evolve what is required there.
Yeah.
In Karnataka, it's a different region. Let's evolve what is required here. Tamil Nadu is different. Everywhere we need to put that effort to engineer, our let me say farming practices to meet local climate conditions. We don't do that. If you apply NPK there, you apply NPK here also. We are assuming it works. It doesn't work. That's unfortunate. So the challenge is that how do we adapt ourselves to varied agroclimatic conditions? Fundamentally is understanding the soil. This is where we face the challenges.
Yeah.
We do a lot of experiments. We set up our research stations and go deeper and deeper and deeper into various aspects of our business. Soil management is fundamental part of our business. Dairy is fundamental part of backyard poultry. And beekeeping. Diversifying the farm. They all become part of our business. We engineer specific to local conditions.
And do you think people are receptive?
Yes. People will be receptive if they see economic value in it. It's very difficult them to make ecology, understand ecology, diversity. They don't. Okay. What we need to really say is, while we continue to focus on ecology and diversity, show them there's a monetary benefit by using technology.
Yes.
That's what we should show. But our focus should be on diversity and ecology.
He understands that part
very well. Therefore, work on what he understands. But you do what he doesn't understand. For example, when you say beekeeping to pollination, he will say, shout at you. Why I should do? You tell him,
get overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Okay, I tell, don't worry, beekeeping, every year one box will give you 3 kgs of honey. It will give you 1,500 rupees. Okay, you will do it. Okay, but beekeeping original purpose is pollinator. So our job is ecology. Okay, let's put an ecological checkpoint into the farm intervention. While he is interested in economics, I'm perfectly fine. That's exactly how we need to engineer. These challenges we face everywhere. People are receptive if they find value in them.
And you also work with indigenous cows?
Yes. So for example, Kadur belt we have marked out as Hallikar and Amrut Mahal belt. There we do extensive breeding program for Hallikar and Amrut Mahal. So preserving local germplasm, in development workers, this one is very, very critical. They understand local conditions very well. They can adjust to local conditions very well. So therefore the germplasm becomes very, very important for regenerative thinking. Or else what happens is, if you destroy that germplasm, to replace that one, we don't know. We don't have that much wherewithal to work with nature and regenerate. No, we can't.
Right.
We need to really make sure what is there, it is preserved.
So my next question would be, the government policies or the economists are driving the youth towards industrialization, and also probably it could be to the service segment, but not farming. Why is that so? And then how do you view this whole point?
See, the policymakers look at data. Data, what data is saying? 60% is in farming. That farming sector is contributing anywhere 15 to 20% of GDP. So now it's saying it's too much of an imbalance. Now we need to remove a lot more people from farming, put them into service sector. or an industry. That's exactly how the policy decisions are made.
Yeah.
Can you train people, go to village? So many are not required. Can
A
you
lot of
train
skill
them?
development
Yeah, do
programs.
a skill development.
Yeah.
Make them call center agents.
Yes.
Mail them, okay, very good, let me say typeface.
Yeah.
Or whatever you think. Make them earn starting from 15, 20, 30,
Yeah.
okay, 40, 50, 100,000 rupees. Can you make them?
Yeah.
That's exactly how the decision makers, policy makers look at it. But what policy makers forget, is why, 60% is contributing 20% of economy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is ailing it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where we need to attack.
Yeah.
Where productivity is very poor.
Yes.
Soils we have lost. Diversity we have lost. Market linkages are very bad. Okay, and now the climate issues are making this one more complicated. Okay, now can we solve this? So we don't think on this. So that's the reason the policymaker is not wrong. He's looking at data and trying to solve. Can you move numbers here and there? But reality is very different. A lot of people don't really understand. It's a very unfortunate situation. When you say land ownership in the country, 40% of the people own farming lands. Remaining 60% actually work in the farmer's land.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's exactly how the relationship existed. When the farming became unviable, farmers stopped farming. People labor dependent on that farm. They also got migrated out without skills.
Right.
So that is where the problem started.
Right.
So when they come to a city, they don't have that skills to compete in a city-like environment. Therefore, they settle down for menial jobs.
Yeah.
And they're not satisfied.
Right.
There are a host of issues.
So you are running against the current, perhaps. Do you think like that?
Yes, I fundamentally, last 13 years of at least our work, if at all it demonstrates anything, is if we don't accelerate change in our farming practices, focus on soil, diversity, ecology, we can just forget farming in India. Because we are thinking like Western countries. Western countries, they started realizing entire monocropping. Now it's in question. It's in question now. Okay, they are saying 10,000 cows under one roof. Who asked them to put? They only put it. Now they are only telling it is greenhouse gases. In our system, cows were not 10,000. Never.
Yeah.
You had 1 cow, 2 cow, 3 cow.
Yeah.
Beautifully integrated system.
Yeah.
We are losing it.
Yeah.
So if we don't change it, in my opinion, farming is lost.
Yeah.
Because Indian inheritance laws, based on trusteeship principle, land is getting what you call parceled small and small due to inheritance laws. Where landholding is becoming smaller and smaller. Now we say some statistics says 3 acres. I doubt it. It is probably less than that, 1.5, 2 acres kind of system. Farming becomes unprofitable at that scale. So therefore, technically, we are killing farming by not looking into the core problems. In 50 years, I think we can forget smallholder farmer in India. Consolidations will happen. We are aping Western models where that has failed them miserably. So that is very unfortunate situation in India.
So there is no control over these things by the government?
So I told you, the policy decisions are happening.
Yeah.
Based on data which is available.
Yeah.
So it is extremely antithesis to reality.
Right.
Reality is very different. People are still dependent on land.
Right.
They're smallholders. Now we are saying it is not viable. Now we are telling, I will teach you, upskill you. You go and learn somewhere else. There are good initiatives. Of course, he is getting some money.
Yeah.
But what happened to the farming itself?
Yeah.
So farming is forgotten.
Yeah.
So the farming, another problem with farming itself is there's no farming school in India.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the agricultural graduates, they just go and work for Monsanto's, Cargills of the world, because they become sales, marketing people there, because they get better money there. Nobody goes back to farming. Farming is passed, knowledge is passed on from father to son, son to his son, his son to his son. That's exactly how the knowledge passed down. Now, my father told, Shashi, you get out of farming. So therefore, he refused to transfer any of his knowledge to his son. So it is broken.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how the problem is getting complicated.
Yeah.
One thing is we are driving people away from farming through policy decisions. Second aspect is we are making farming unviable, okay, due to fragmentation. We are not solving that issue at all.
It's quite an alarming situation. The CSR activities is quite overrated. How do you look at it?
See, there's what I call it as a livelihood intervention. Okay, livelihood intervention is something where viability doesn't exist. Okay, some an NGO goes and intervenes. When a company gives some CSR money to an NGO, they go and intervene.
Right.
Okay, make some change.
Right.
After that money gets over, they pull back.
Yeah.
So what happened to that intervention? That's the reason the CSR initiatives, they are amazing for livelihood programs, but it needs to be continuity.
Continuity should be there. Yeah, that is lacking.
That is
actually.
lacking in
Yeah.
CSR initiatives.
Yeah.
That's the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
You create a project gets funded.
Yeah.
Afterwards, what happened to that? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
What is the long-term implications of that? Nobody knows.
That's why you call your program as an outreach program.
Yes, that's the reason we call it as extension is an outreach.
Yeah.
We reach out to people
Yeah.
where they are there
Yeah.
to change that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that the changes can happen in the ground level. Okay, therefore we probably run one of the biggest extension intervention in the country. 200 people working with 1,200 farmers.
Right.
Okay, and that's the intervention what we have done in the farming sector. Extension outreach has to change, and the orientation of extension outreach towards development, it needs to be focused. Once that is done, market linkage is a key. That economics part is the key. Okay, and get the technology there, make it sustainable and repeatable. Okay.
Yeah.
So very, very important. The repeatability brings in regeneration.
Right.
Exactly how it
Right.
is.
That discipline must be
Correct.
there.
Exactly.
Yeah. And is there any instance that you recall where the farmers themselves have come to you and then asked for the implementation? And
Yes,
stuff?
yes. So initially we never used to give insemination services.
Right.
Okay, and we used to depend on a lot of NGOs to provide that service. We used to pay to NGOs.
Right.
They used to give insemination services.
Right.
Okay, they came and told, no, this is not working out.
Yeah.
Untimely services are not there.
Right.
Can you do it yourselves?
Right.
Okay, we now run a full-fledged insemination services
Great.
with our own inseminators in the field officers put
Right.
together.
Right.
So this is exactly how the farmers would seek.
Yeah.
So therefore, outreach programs needs to cater to that demand.
Right.
It's very, very important.
Right. So there's another point that I would like to ask you is that while the data is open to everybody to access and everything, which is such a noble thing that you have done. This technological innovations and everything can also be adopted by other farmers who are not part of the program as well.
Yes, very much. Our services.
Why did you think
No,
of this point?
See, we need to build it as a community. So it is not a standalone farmer. Let me say, if I am giving services to my farmer, I am probably even linking him to market. But there's other ecosystem exists around him, needs support. So therefore, our services are available to all the farming community. It is just not about our farmer. So that is the outreach program. That's the reason we are able to command a lot more farmer respect, because services are given without expecting anything from them.
Yeah.
So that is very, very important
Yeah.
for any for-profit initiative to succeed.
Yes.
It's an antithesis. You're a for-profit and you're rendering services at your cost. In fact, that's exactly how you build a community, programs. Make it inclusive.
Right.
It's just not standalone.
Right.
That's the reason most of the NGO activities fail,
Yeah.
because they are standalone
Right.
for the time period. Inclusiveness is missed out.
Right. That's a very good point. And recently you have also expanded yourself into organic groceries as well. Like, I just downloaded the app a couple of weeks ago. And then I see that, there are a lot of organic produce. And how did this thought come?
See, that's what, in fact, if you remember my conversation earlier with you, the farm is not just dairy.
Right.
There is a honey.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a coconut.
Yeah.
There is vegetables.
Right.
There are greens.
Right.
Okay, there are mushroom.
Yeah.
Okay, and lot of commodities like this
Yeah.
producing in the same farm.
Right.
Now it is so diversified
Yeah.
that we have given access to consumers to that.
Mm-hmm.
It is coming from the same farms.
Yes.
It is not coming from anywhere
Yes.
else.
Yeah.
So this is exactly the beauty of a model
Yeah.
when you start working with farmer at a ground level.
Yes. I know that my food is not adulterated or filled with chemical, and it is chemical free and stuff.
It is fully traceable. Every aspect what we sell, it is traceable to the soil. So it's very, very important.
How much of your study and your experience in working in this ID industry has helped you, or how much of it are you using it?
No, I think we were fortunate. I should say we are lucky and fortunate.
Whatever happened was for good.
No, it's good. In fact, we are lucky and fortunate. That's what I'm trying to say. That background helped us a lot. Helped us to objectively look at farming. Data, we started looking at very, very objectively.
Right.
For that one, we needed tech.
Yes.
That's exactly. Our farms are most technologically advanced farms.
Yes.
In terms of data collection and decision making.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not a burden to farmer.
Yes, yes.
So we centralize all the tech.
Yes.
Okay, and we provide the tech services to farmer.
Yeah.
It is delivered as a service.
Yeah.
We need to really think, that model, at a bigger scale.
Yes.
Okay, so the technology background I came from, it actually really helped.
Yeah.
Okay, on the back end and also front end. For example, 50% of our revenues come from that app.
Right.
Okay, right now we do around 25 crores monthly revenues.
Right.
50% of it comes from that app.
Right.
Can you believe it? So consumers just download it for our own products.
Right.
And that's the level we have gone, in a consumer engagement.
Right.
So consumers' utmost trust
Yeah.
actually makes it happen.
Yeah, that's a perfect amalgamation of heritage farming practices plus the modern technological innovations, and then you have a perfect blend over there. Yeah. You also had a key partner with you, Mr. Reddy. And unfortunately, so how did you deal with, whole of Akshayakalpa must have undergone this loss.
Yes, last January 15th he passed away.
Yeah.
And probably he gave his life for rural development. Amount of work he did for rural development is irreplaceable. For example, in and around Tiptur, okay, you go to one area called Milestones. It's a 1,200 hectare a project they executed when he was in BIFE. Okay, and it is called a watershed program, where they integrated trees in the boundaries of a farm, and lot of water harvesting happened. All migratory people, and then 1,200 hectares, all the population was migratory. Today, all of them have settled down.
Yeah.
Because of that change they have brought in.
Yeah.
So that was his legacy.
Yeah.
Okay, but unfortunately, that has become a national monument.
Yeah.
I should say monument for rural development. But a lot of people come and visit and see, but nobody does it. So because it's a hard work. So that was his legacy. That was the background on which Akshayakalpa was built. So he always wanted to go to farms, work with farmers, and ensure farmer economics is taken care, while the diversity and ecology is looked into.
Yeah.
So we brought a lot of technology dimension to that.
Yeah.
So we modified a little bit of his vision, but it's intact. This Akshayakalpa is his vision.
Yes,
We are trying to execute.
Yes. I think, it is very important for a leader to think like this and then also set up systems and processes in place so that even in their absence, things function the way that the leader envisioned.
Very much. So today Akshayakalpa is a tribute to Dr. Reddy, and his work, both in BIFE and also in Akshayakalpa.
Great. So one interesting fact that I have learned about you is that you are an avid chess player, and you have also inculcated this particular playing a chess game among the farming communities as well. So why did this thought come from, and how is it? Is it meeting any of your objectives, or is it just a casual?
No, see
thought?
what I thought. No.
Yeah.
See. You can ask what is the chess game, okay?
Yeah.
Huge possibilities.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If it's a Akshayakalpa, no, its possibility is unlimited. Akshaya means, infinite.
Unlimited.
Infinite.
Infinite. Yeah.
Okay, Akshaya.
Yeah.
Okay. Kalpa means imaginations. So therefore, to achieve a set goal, there is no set path. If you are actually taking the old path, just see there is a possibility. Chess is a great game. It teaches that. You can achieve an end goal through billions of combinations.
Yes.
And what has happened now, we are stuck with that NPK culture. So chess has taught me to move away from that NPK culture in farming. So there are other possibilities we need to explore, make it mainstream.
Right.
One more thing what we did, in early stages of Akshayakalpa, is wherever there was a chess playing tournaments, we went and started sampling our products, giving milk as a sample to children. A lot of children who were not drinking milk, they started taking up drinking milk, In the chess tournaments, parents also used to come. So in fact, Akshayakalpa as a brand in Bangalore was built around chess tournaments.
Right.
Then we started sponsoring a lot of chess tournaments.
Yes.
And also we sponsored Nihal when he was just 13 years old. And 2019 I sponsored him.
Yes.
Still we sponsor him.
Right.
Nihal Sari is one of the grandmasters.
Right.
And so the entire chess ecosystem itself, we are trying to see something can be done through sponsorships, or engaging chess players, prospective chess players, good chess players. We have been actually scouting for some good people.
One very good factor about Akshayakalpa is that I have never seen any kind of hoardings and billboards and advertisements. It was always through word of mouth. Even 10 years back, when I got my first milk packet, it was referred by a friend of mine. So word of mouth is it has helped you in a great way. So could you just elaborate on
that? First of all, we had to innovate, I told you,
Yeah.
We didn't have money to market. So how do we innovate? So what we did was, we started taking a lot of consumers to farms, and saying, please come and visit our farmer, stay with the farmer, have the food what he is eating, spend a night with him, become a farmer for a day or two. This is exactly how the initiative started. Those are the people who went back and told, hey, you know what, I saw this. I think it is a trustworthy brand.
Yes.
This is exactly how the transformation happened.
Yeah.
If you give a simple statistic, in the year FY 2023, last March ending, we took 10,000 consumers to our farms in Bangalore.
Wow.
That is one of our biggest marketing initiative.
Right.
Take them.
Yeah.
They come with their own vehicles.
Yeah.
You need not bother.
Yeah.
What you need to tell is, route them, go to this farm, stay tonight.
Yeah.
Come here, you stay tonight. So that's exactly we need to do.
Seeing is believing.
Seeing is believing. Spend time with farmer.
Yes.
Tell him how much he's getting paid.
Right.
Ask him where he is producing.
Right.
Ask him to show the land where he is producing the fodder, where he is producing other food. Go there and verify. That is when the change happens in consumer mindset. It's very, very important. Consumers generally don't question brands.
Right.
I am a strong advocate that every consumer, irrespective of a brand, start questioning the brand, where it is coming from, who is producing it, how it was produced, at what cost it was produced, what is added to produce this, what is the soil condition, is farmer really making money? So if you start questioning, brands have to respect that, because the guy who is paying, or a girl who is paying, or a lady who is paying, she is questioning it.
Yes.
Brands become more and more responsible.
Right.
Akshayakalpa is building a journey of building a responsible brand. Responsible for consumers, responsible for farmers. So these two, if you join them, value creator and value real guy who is paying for that value, they come together.
Yes.
So that's the journey we have taken. Yeah.
It's a very noble way of marketing.
I would not say noble. This is the right way, in my opinion, because everybody needs to be given an opportunity to understand what they are eating.
Yeah.
It's very, very important.
Right. Now, coming to my next question, reflecting on the recent farm laws, which also was repealed, and what kind of policies were favorable, or if you could just highlight on those aspects.
See, what is the bigger challenge which a farmer facing today? If you ask him, pricing.
Right. Right.
So farmer, dependent on pricing.
Yes.
Not on profitability.
Right.
First problem.
Right. Right.
So profitable farming, let us assume, is a little bit away. What we are trying to attempt is in that journey. Pricing aspect. Who is controlling the pricing?
Currently, the government controls.
No, for example, leave out the fresh produce. Pricing is actually dictated by what you call MSP.
Yes.
Okay. MSP dictates the guidance on which the pricing should head.
Yes.
It will be a little bit more, a
Yes.
little bit less.
Yes.
But is MSP scientific? There are a lot of debates, discussions, studies, expert committees have gone through detail of MSP.
Right.
This is one of the biggest agenda the farm laws try to address.
Right.
Can the produce command better price
Right.
than MSP?
Right.
Now, since MSP, let me say, you're selling at, let me say, what is the MSP of Copra today? If a Copra of MSP today is 10,000 rupees.
Right.
In the market price is 7,500.
Yeah.
Now, they're hovering around that.
Yes.
Why did you fix this as 10,000 rupees guidance?
Yeah.
Now you say you are trying to protect farmer.
Yeah.
In fact, it is a farmer's disservice.
Yes.
If at all you want to protect farmer, you calculate, copra production cost.
Yeah.
And give him a margin.
Yes.
But lot of studies, nobody knows what is the copra production cost today.
Yeah.
You are fixed at 10,000 rupees, a quintal.
Without any data.
See, I'm not saying without any data.
Yeah.
Data is very, very subjective data. It is not objective data.
Yeah.
Okay, some policies, some government budgets, all those things.
Yeah.
Now, let us assume you have got a MSP. Now, farmer wants to go and sell in that MSP system. He has to go and take an appointment.
Right.
Okay, he has to take a chit.
Right.
Okay, then they go there and they grade it. They say, this is not 10,000 rupees, this is 6,000 rupees.
Yeah.
This has been a false promises on MSP.
Right.
It is applicable for every commodity, you like it or not.
Right.
Doesn't get stated. Farm laws try to change it. Okay, I think a lot of people didn't understand. Also, the way government went about doing it, they wanted to push through. Probably more debate would have helped actually to understand the laws better.
Yeah.
But it was in the right direction, in my opinion.
Right.
Farm laws in the right direction, but more debate, discussion around that would actually enable farmers to understand this.
Yeah.
And farmers, in my opinion, took a path of misguided path.
Great. Right. So now, coming back to my last question to you would be, what kind of advice do you have for agripreneurs, if at all they were looking at this Akshayakalpa model as a serious business, especially the youth?
I don't know, I can advise them,
Yeah.
but what we can share is what we have gone through. Okay, maybe some learning can happen. That's what I'm thinking. For example, I see a lot of these days agri-tech, is a buzzword.
Okay.
So, what is that agri-tech you are trying to do? By selling drones to farmers, you will not solve anything. Okay. Giving technology implements, you will not solve anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for simple example you take, if you are so agri-tech can solve the problem, why stubble burning problem is still there? Delhi suffers with such a pollution. Means it's all failed tech.
Yes.
So therefore, in the farming, tech has important role to play.
Yeah.
But it's overemphasized.
Yes.
That quadrant they have to remember.
Yes.
Okay, technology.
Yeah.
Okay, and diversity.
Yes.
Okay, ecology.
Yeah.
And economics.
Right.
They have to coexist.
Yes.
If you keep pushing a lot of tech to farms.
Yes.
On the agriculture.
Yes.
It is a recipe for disaster.
Yes.
If you don't understand ecological aspect, diversity aspects, economic aspects. So any agripreneur who wants to do, stop calling agri-tech. Okay? Go and work with farmers. Then you will see the value. Whatever commodity you choose, you do it.
Right.
So if you want to do drones, please do it. Okay? Probably give solutions which farmer actually can get benefited. Okay? Diversify. Okay? Ecology, economics, and your tech. Please look at that quadrant. That's what we have done.
Okay.
I think probably that's what I can say. But I can't advise on anything else other than saying what we are doing.
How about the youth who have left the villages and who have taken up, different kind of jobs here? What kind of advice do you have for them?
See, there's a huge scope for them going back and doing some good work. Okay.
Yes, you have already shown.
Yes.
That it's a proven method. Yeah.
Okay, but they need some support structures. Okay, when you go there, who is guiding them? Okay, can the department guide them? No. Can subsidies guide them? No. Okay, can borewell guide them? No. Can a drone guide them? No. We need somebody from an agronomy point of view guide them. Okay, how to go about doing it? How do you link it to market? What is your package of practices? What is your cost of production? See, some people need to be there. This is called extension and an outreach program. They need to be part of such outreach program. We need to find people who are giving such an outreach support and become part of that. I think they can actually do wonderfully well than what they're doing in the cities and
Yes.
towns.
Yes.
That's what I can say.
Yeah. After hearing you say this, there's a lack of awareness among the consumer about the organic food itself. What kind of programs or what kind of methodologies that you apply to educate the general consumer?
Interesting question. See, organic food is one part of it. Food in general, no, packaged food itself is not understood properly.
Okay.
So we run one of the programs where we call it a label reading. When you have got a packaged food, how to interpret the label in the back end. It's a fundamental aspect of understanding food, organic or otherwise. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
For example, okay, when you got some INS 42, okay, they say preservative. Okay, what is this? What is the implications of that? They need to be able to read that. Can I give this one to my kid? Lot of added sugar. Is it a good thing for a kid to have the things with added sugar? How to read the sugar content? Some drinks, okay, for example, lot of sodas have a lot of sugar, okay, and maybe the daily dose, whatever is required, 10 times that it is available. So can we educate consumers, okay, to read that? We do huge program on label reading. This is one aspect. Second aspect I mentioned to you is the farm visit program, where we try to educate them on farming practices and organic farming practices, where how the food gets produced. That's one second program we run. Third program what we run is called Give Back Your Milk Pack. For example, a lot of brands, what they do, they just give the packaged food. What happens to that pack? It goes to drains, it goes to landfills. What we are trying to do is, we are trying to collect that waste packet back and recycle responsibly.
Okay.
Okay, so that also is a part of a consumer education.
Yes.
In terms of how to treat your waste.
Right.
So therefore, it needs to be end-to-end education. It's just not about one point in the label. Production, how it happened. Okay, and then when it packed, how it was labeled. Okay, then once a pack came to you, what you should do with it. How to interpret that, and how do you discard that packet. That needs to be end-to-end, circular aspects associated with that. That's a lot of work we do on, lot of programs, seminars, okay, face-to-face meetings, okay, society meetings on these programs.
Great, great. From the app that I have seen, you have listed a lot of products other than dairy. That is, you have ventured into groceries as well. That is, fresh fruits and vegetables and things like that. Do you also expand to the other items as well, like the dal, cereals, and stuff like that?
So whatever is produced in our farms, we'll give market access that one to the farmer.
Okay.
That's it. We will not trade.
Okay.
For example, we will not buy from somewhere and put it. If it is coming from my farm, it is available in my app.
That's not the agenda, though.
That's not correct. Trade.
Yeah.
If it is coming from farm, you will have access to.
Okay.
Therefore, it is completely traceable.
Okay.
So the certified organic farms, anything is produced there,
Okay.
can get into. For example, we have put things like tender coconut,
right,
lemongrass.
Right.
Okay, we have put sweet potatoes.
Right.
Okay, they're very easy to grow.
Yeah.
Okay, for example, Brahmi.
Yeah.
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೆಲ್ಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ.
Yes.
ಒಂದೆಲ್ಗ is available on our platform.
Yes.
Not many people have it.
Right.
A lot of people buy it. Not thousands.
Yeah.
Maybe 100 people, 200 people buy it. It's
Yeah,
okay.
It's okay.
So that's exactly how I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yes. Ending on that note, I would really like to appreciate this thought process, and I'm sure that in the future years, Akshayakalpa is going to touch many more lives, many more farmers, many more cities, and many more clusters. And wish you all the best. And thank you so much for joining us on this episode.
Hey, thank you, Aditya. I enjoyed this conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Audio Jungle.